Yes, doing.
Good.
Doing well.
Anything you talk to do with block punt?
Yeah. So the block punt, it was a surreal feeling. It was a feeling like no other. But yeah, I just had up and under on the wing, and laid out and got the ball. It's something that we we watch and we study their film tons and stuff. And it's crazy that the Patriots coach came up to me after the game to me. The Patriots haven't had a block punt in 6 years, so it was a real special feeling.
Did you ever block one before in any time in your life?
No, not necessarily. No. So yeah.
So that was something you guys had diagrammed during the week as like a weakness and a chance to get through.
Yeah. Coach Riz is always having us watch the exams, watch the film. And so we're always looking for the opportunities that they may arise, and that opportunity arose for me, and I made the play.
You said that Patriots coach came up to you and told you that?
No, Riz came up to me.
Oh.
Yeah, special teams coach after.
And, so how'd that conversation go?
Kind of he was just kind of speaking to me like, that rush that I had, that's the same rush that I've been working on practice squad since 2019. So to get one in the game was a big time full circle moment for me. So he was just kind of telling me like, the work that I've been putting in is the reason why I had that opportunity and made that play. So to continue that as well.
Was it just you beating the guy one-on-one, or did you get some kind of help from somebody else?
Yeah, we had a schemed up rush. Me and 3-8 had a kind of schemed up rush. Mine was up and under. He was kind of pulling out of there. So yeah, that was schemed up by Riz and them, but we executed the play.
It looked like the left back over there, like just released you. He almost didn't even block you. Was that?
Yeah, I mean he was kick setting, and then at least I saw the tackle. One of them turned around and kind of knew something messed up. The other one was still releasing down the field. So yeah, it was just them messing up, but also us taking advantage of it.
Was that part of what you had diagrammed, that was a tendency that might happen?
Yeah, that's the kind of look that you can give, and if that tackle comes out of there and the wing doesn't block number one, then that's an opportunity that you have. So it was great to see it come through.
Andrew, I know you haven't been here super long, but the team in the last 5 or 6 years have just dumped its hands on a lot of kicks, punts, whatever. You just do the second time this year. What do you think the reason for that is?
I would just start it with our special teams coach, Coach Riz. He's a real passionate guy about our special teams. We pride ourselves on, our breakdown is 1/11th, where everybody's doing their one job in the scheme, so that the entire unit can benefit. Whether it's in the return game or in a punt block game, and getting our hands on the ball is something that we pride ourselves on, and trying to be the best special teams unit in the NFL.
You guys devote a ton of practice time.
Yeah, tons of practice time, watching all of the film that they put up together. Coach Ridge and Phil, so they prepare us well. They prepare us well each week, and we go out there and make plays.
When y'all flew home on Sunday, it's been a little under a month since you've been back here. What did that feel like, and what was one of the first things you did when you got home?
It was a great feeling. My first thing, I got a little sectional couch. Couldn't wait to sit back on my sectional couch, put my feet up. The Dallas, we adjusted to what it was, but it's great to be back home. Be back in the city, be back around the fans, and get back to our routine. I think is the biggest thing.
Yeah, Pete said he had to do something to clean up because there was some nasty smells in his house. You avoid that situation?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad at my apartment. I know the apartment crew, they went through and cleaned out people's refrigerators and stuff like that. So it's the damage that I had to deal with wasn't too bad compared to other people in the city.
Did you know about any of that stuff when you got on a plane and left? Like I was thinking about how there are so many players that probably had no idea. Like, hey, we need to clean out our fridge, or we need to do this before we keep evacuating.
Not really, because it was. Kind of like from our perspective, it was like at one minute we were preparing for our last preseason game, which a guy like me, I'm all in on the preseason game as far as trying to make the team and things like that. And then it's like, okay, preseason game's canceled. Then it's like we're actually traveling. So no, just kind of learning about the region. I think it's another opportunity for that. But no, it wasn't something that I was necessarily prepared for.
I guess if you don't grow up here and you deal with it all the time, there's just certain things you don't even think about that you have to do before you leave, like cleaning up the fridge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's a lot that the people down here, I just think it speaks to the city's resilience, that this could be potentially a yearly thing, and it's a little different for us, but the city's resilience is the biggest thing on that.
Were you a little worried not getting that last preseason game in? Like, were you concerned, like, maybe I haven't done enough? Or?
I mean, I think you, as a ball player, as a competitor, you want as many reps possible. So it was one of those things for me. Another opportunity to make the most of what you've done so far, to build on what you've done so far. So I was looking forward to that. Anytime there's another game you're expecting that you're not playing in, you're a little bummed about it. But it still all played out at the end. Played well at the end.
On that block, you get to keep the ball?
You said what?
Did you get to keep the ball?
I should have went and found the ball, but by the time I got the block, and then I was celebrating with DeMario at the time, and I didn't think about it until a little bit later. We was doing our Juice Boys thing, but next time I'm definitely gonna keep the ball.
Yeah, that was my next question, the Juice Boys thing. What does that mean to you?
I think every position group or every side of the ball needs an identity, and that's for the linebackers. That's became our identity. I think DeMario coined it, and it's something that we all support and are all in on. And the entire defense is now kind of, can I be a Juice Boy? Can I be a Juice Boy? As well as some offensive guys trying to get in as well. So it's became a little calling card of ours that we're proud of and we stand behind.
Pete said it's a lifestyle. Do you agree with that?
I agree with that. I like Pete. That's funny that Pete would say it's a lifestyle. So yeah, it's definitely something that we're all rocking with.
What do you mean by that?
Sometimes with Pete, sometimes you'll get a lively Pete. Other times you just get a calm Pete. It's funny that he would claim the Juice Boys is his lifestyle. But yeah. Yeah. I would say the person that emulates the Juice Boys lifestyle the most is Quan. As far as he's a guy that's, even now that he's sidelined, he's still energetic and stuff like that. So we got a good nucleus of a group that we all play our role.
Yeah, him and his legendary.
Yeah. Quan's Juice Boy for sure.
Did y'all ever determine a winner for the takeaway knockout thing that y'all are doing in training camp, or is that just like?
Yeah. I ended up winning, production points. So I ended up winning that. And I think DeMario was second, and then Grandy was third. So that was a nice little check mark for me. And
Or something, or is that kind of just gone by the wayside?
nah, when DA, he announced it, he's like, and what you get for that is a big pat on the back. So we're always on to the next thing. So it was cool though as well.
Andrew, when you're away for as long as you guys were, how much attention did you pay to what was still here when you guys were in Dallas, and how did you actually go ahead and keep track of things?
I think just kind of be in tune, no matter what we have going on the football field, you still can't be tone deaf to what your family or your city's going through, and my girlfriend, she's from Louisiana, so she kind of keeps me up to date on what's going on or how things are impacting the city as well. So yeah, but you can never become, no matter what you have going on in your life, you can't become tone deaf to the big picture of things.
You said, if I could ask kind of a lighthearted follow-up there, you said your girlfriend's from Louisiana. You left when they cleaned out your fridge, any kind of weird foods or anything, or was it just straightforward stuff that they didn't have to worry about?
I think right before the end of training camp, my agent had sent me a bunch of steaks, so I had a bunch of meat in the freezer that my apartment complex people went and cleaned out and stuff like that. So there was no big smells or nothing like that too bad.
What happened to the steaks? Did they just cook them, or did they have to
I think they threw them out, and there was some top tier steaks, yeah.
That breaks my heart. I'm so sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, man.
Cool. Yep. No problem. All right. Thank you guys.
Yep,
Thank you.
Wasted steak. Oh, that breaks my heart.
Oh, no, that's inside. Interviews inside go 8 minutes longer than each one. We're not doing that part.